I never expected a dance would change my life, the millionaire laughed, but the maid had a secret. I will never forget the day everything fell apart. The elegant ballroom shimmered under a tapestry of golden light. Laughter echoed off the marble walls, drowning my fear in a sea of glamour. But beneath the surface, chaos brewed. I stood in the corner, my heart wild with longing and dread, clutching my worn apron as if it were my lifeline. The chandeliers sparkled like stars and I was just a ghost among them. Evelyn, the stunning millionaire, twirled with grace. Her sequined gown whispered secrets as it brushed against the floor. She laughed, a sound so rich and intoxicating, it made my chest tighten. I should have been invisible, just a maid, lost in the crowd. But fate had a twisted sense of humor. Amidst the glitz, I felt something deep within me stir. What would it be like to dance like her? To feel the weight of the world disappear? The lights began to dim, and music pulsed through the room, vibrant and alive. A distant thrum in my ears grew louder, calling me. I instinctively stepped forward, drawn by the rhythm, by the thrill. Every glance was like a laser cutting through my skin. Would they think I was foolish? Just a lowly maid dreaming beyond her station. Suddenly, Evelyn caught my eye. Her gaze locked onto mine, and in that fleeting moment, I sensed a connection. Her smile faltered, glinting with curiosity. The crowd's laughter faded. It was just me and her, suspended in a breathless silence. To my left, Mr. King, the notorious billionaire, smirked. He was tall, dark, with an arrogance that clung to him like cologne. His presence cracked like electricity in the air. I could almost hear his thoughts, daring and mocking, ready to pounce. But what did they see when they looked at me? A nobody. A background character in their lives. Then, as if compelled by an unseen force, I started to move, slow at first, but then more boldly. The music swelled, and the world around me faded away. My body forgot the fear. Each step was freeing, muscles awakened as if they had been asleep for years. My heart raced, I could feel them watching. But then it happened. A sudden silence broken by the sickening sound of a glass shattering. All eyes turned toward the source. A gasp rippled through the crowd, and the floor began to spin beneath me. I looked up, and what I saw stole my breath. Evelyn stumbled, her radiant mask cracked, emotion surging beneath her composed exterior. Something flickered in her eyes, dangerous, dark. Stop! A shout sliced through the room, but it was too late. A secret was unearthing itself, ready to spiral into chaos. My heart raced with an urgency I couldn't understand. What lay beneath this dance? Hey, before we continue with this amazing story, I need to give you an important heads up. Many subscribers have reported that YouTube unsubscribed them without warning. Take a quick second to check the red button below to make sure you're still subscribed to the channel. I'd hate for you to miss any of the exclusive content coming soon. And while you're there, smash that like button, it really helps me out with the algorithm. Oh, and tell me in the comments, which city are you watching from? I love getting to know every amazing person who's part of this community. Your participation makes all the difference. Let's connect. The air thickened, suffocating me as the room buzzed with whispers and side glances. The broken glass lay like a shattered promise on the floor, a reflection of the turmoil that had suddenly erupted among the elite. My heart pounded, anxiety clawing its way up my throat. I took a step back, instinctively blending into the shadows, but all I could do was watch. Evelyn's facade cracked further as her eyes shifted to Mr. King, the smirk evaporating from his face, replaced by something darker, a calculated fury. I could see it in the rigid set of his jaw, the clenched fists at his sides. He was a man used to control, and it was unraveling right before him. What had she done? A question that hovered between us, heavy and unformed. As panic rippled through the crowd, I found myself anchored by the boldness of my own earlier movements. The music ignited by my longing for freedom now seemed haunting, echoing the chaos that spiraled beyond my control. How was it that just moments ago, I had tasted possibility, and now I was plunged back into the shadows of my existence? Evelyn. What happened? Someone shouted, but their voice was drowned by the mounting crescendo of tension. I stepped back, my heart racing as I felt the oppression close in around me. I was nobody, just a maid still wearing the remnants of my station like a cloak, and yet she had seen me, hadn't she? With each second that passed, Evelyn's composure began to falter even more. She started, but her voice wavered. It was as if the weight of the world pressed down on her shoulders. Those beautiful, envious eyes filled with something I couldn't decipher, and rather than unveiling her true thoughts, she stared desperately at Mr. King. "And you thought you would fool me, Evelyn?" The accusation dripped with bitterness. The name echoed in my mind, King. A name that connoted power, influence, and a dark world I had always skirted around. Suddenly, the reality of our lives collided, and I was not merely a witness of their worth and follies, but a part of this twisted tale. "Maybe I just wanted a moment," she replied finally, her voice a ghost of its former elegance. "A moment away from all this pretense." Those words curled around me, and although I had no claim to her world, they nestled into my own heart's yearning. I understood what felt like losing oneself in the glimmer of gold and glitter while struggling to cling to the shadows. The jealousy surged. I was merely the maid, yet I understood Evelyn's hidden truth, the desire for freedom beyond her gilded cage. The atmosphere adjusted, a collective breath drawn in, and then silence enveloped us again. The mask of composure had likely shattered along with that glass, and I realized the dance floor had shifted, no longer a place of merriment but rather a battleground where secrets were laid bare. I watched Evelyn, her shame mixed with defiance, and suddenly, I wanted to reach out, hold on to that reverberation of solidarity. Before I could act on my impulse, a woman stepped forward, her carefully manicured nails glimmering dangerously. "You know what happens when someone disobeys, Evelyn?" She spat, eyes glinting like daggers. "What do you mean?" I whispered to myself, heart racing, as dread knitted itself into my gut. The threat lingered like a storm cloud above us, casting shadows on everything I thought I understood. Damar. King stepped closer, an insidious calm enveloping him, scrutinizing her with the predator's gaze. "You think this is a game?" He laid out, each syllable laced with poison. "You think you can simply throw away everything we've built?" The tension swirled like the remnants of shattered glass, and I felt courage rise within me. They were losing control, and in the chaos, I sensed an opportunity.